It was a bright, sunny morning. The sun was shining through the windows. Hi, good morning.
Good morning, Master.
Good morning! The perfect weather for the Justice Warrior to attack! Okay, but where's Lance? I looked around but didn't find him.
He's the discipline guy today, so he went to school early.
I see. I guess I did wake up a bit late today. Lance is so hardworking. What do you mean? I'm the hardworking one. Look here, I saved this kid that was in danger on the window this morning. This kid? It's morning and I've already completed my mission. I definitely have everything it takes to be a Justice Warrior. Well, Red held out a black thing in his hand. Did you save a bird? Ah! I didn't even read the line, and that was exactly my reaction. Oh, gosh. Right. Well, Cutie and I were as one on that. It was hairy and had 8 legs. Red was holding onto a spider. The spider's legs twitched in the air. Red! Ah! I screamed and ran to the living room.
Master, it's dangerous to run like that.
Careful, you'll trip. I don't care! Get rid of that thing! Oh.
What's all this noise? Oh.
Or is it oh ho? I ran without looking and ended up bumping into Yuri, who was coming out from his room. Please, use him as a shield. He caught me from almost falling down and hugged me. Oh. But because of the shock from the spider, I didn't care about how he was holding me.
Oh, what a nice way to greet the morning. Of course, I'm so glad my honey is so enthusiastic.
Don't let it get close to me!
Being so cute from the morning. Huh? Cherry boy, what are you holding?
It'd be so funny if he freaks out. Oh, this? I found him in the windowsill this morning, and I saved it from getting stuck in there. But the heroine suddenly started screaming. Red shrugged his shoulders as if he didn't know why. Along with Red's hands, the spider's legs moved as well. I barely stopped myself from screaming and shut my eyes. This is so bad for my eyes. Well, Yuri didn't freak out.
I think the master was afraid of insects.
Arachnoids. Arachnoids, not an insect. Once when we were still dolls, she refused to go out of her room because there was a cockroach outside. She held on to us and shivered. She is such a girl. Hey, I resent that. Those things are scary.
That's what happened.
Ah! Don't come, Red! Get that thing out of here! He's actually pretty cute if you pay attention. Red gave me a disheartened look. But that won't work on me right now. Get it out of here! I was about to scream again when Yuri held onto me tighter. He looked so pleased to be my prince this morning. At his touch, I came back to my senses and realized he was completely hugging me. I was startled by the late realization and my face turned red. Yuri whispered into my ears.
Afraid of bugs. It is cute, but could you stop stimulating me like this?
My body stiffened at his sneaky smile.
It's a bit cruel to stimulate a man like this in the morning.
Yuri grinned and whispered again. This is nothing about stimulating, sir. There's a spider. When it's gone, I promise I will not stimulate you anymore. Ugh. This is so hard to read.
Alright now, do you want it?
At the whisper tickling my ears, I felt goosebumps creep up my whole body. What are you talking about? I yelled and backed away. I was already flustered from the spider, but Yuri took the chance to fool around again. Yuri looked disappointed as I pushed him away. You have such a dirty mouth. Thanks anyways. I came back to my senses thanks to you. I glared at Yuri and turned my back. As soon as I turned around, I saw Red still holding onto the spider. I broke out in cold sweat and pointed at the door. And Red, please, please take that outside. I'm begging you. I will if heroin hates it that much. I thought you'd like it. Red pouted and headed towards the door. Yeah. I finally breathed. I think my heart is still pounding. Are you okay now? Here, drink this. Tay handed me a steaming cup of tea. I better be calming. My hands were still trembling as I took the cup. Thanks. How could he have a spider on his hands? Just talking about it made me shiver. Tay smiled to see me like that. Ugh. I don't like when you do that, sir. Can you not? At times I forget about you. And then you do things like this. I felt myself finally calm down at his smile. I'm not. But Tay soon hardened his face and said in a serious voice, but a spider doesn't harm humans. It's usually people who harm people.
Why are you staring at me? Are you saying I harm people?
Oh, you took the hint? I thought you wouldn't get it.
Tay.
Yuri glared at Tay. Tay smiled in response. Ooh, there's a fight going on. Battle of wills. No need to stare at me like that. It's true.
True. When have I ever harmed anyone?
You haven't forgotten, have you? The limousine. Do you even know how noisy the academy was yesterday because of that? It's partially my fault for coming up with an excuse in a hurry, but you must know whose fault it really is, don't you? I think I know what Tay's talking about. Making Yuri accountable for his actions. He's talking about that maid thing, right?
Of course, if you look at it that way, it is bad. But I'm sure there's some good to it.
Yuri shrugged his shoulders.
Now she doesn't have to sneak around. Aren't you much comfortable now, my honey? Oh, how about trying on a maid uniform then? It'll be so cute.
I knew he was going to ask me that. I knew it! Huh. It's impossible to have a serious conversation with Yuri. He was smiling as if he was really imagining me in a maid uniform. It almost made me proud to see him be so positive regardless of the situation. I was letting out a huge sigh, but Tay actually seemed pissed. Oh my goodness, I have never seen that look on Tay's face before. If you want to continue being a teacher, you should really stop now. Don't you realize how uncomfortable it is for our owner now because of you? The whole school doesn't like her now, Tay said in a low voice. He must be really mad to scold him like that. He always smiled and gently told people off. I've never seen him like this. Yeah, even Yuri looks concerned. Yuri, you never think about what the other person might go through because of you. That's your biggest flaw. Do you know that?
What's wrong with recommending a cute outfit for a pretty lady? And who's getting harmed here? And why don't you stop smiling to please other people? You didn't think I wouldn't know, did you? Aren't you tired of living like that?
At Yuri's words, Tay closed his eyes. Snap! This isn't good. Things are gonna go down. Oh, thank you, Yana. What's wrong with the two of you? Yeah, calm down. Are they fighting for your affections? This is kind of interesting. Tay hasn't seemed very invested with us usually, so it's a side I don't usually see. I knew from the beginning that they didn't get along very well, but I didn't know it was this bad. How do you guys manage to share a room together? I didn't even notice the tea getting cold and peered at both of them. They were still glaring at each other. Yeah, what's gotten into you guys? I wanted to enjoy going to school today since that douchey Silverhead isn't here. Red tried to calm them down. You guys aren't really fighting, are you? At Red's words, Tay let out a sigh. I think he didn't want to make things more awkward. Never mind. But don't get too close to the owner of the academy if you can. If you actually think about her, I mean. Tay stopped looking at him and said,
I don't want to get advice from you. And I am naturally led to my honey. How can I just pass by when she gets scared of a spider like that?
Yuri looked at me and winked. I shook my head. Yuri's gaze fixed at the teacup in my hand.
The scent. Is it the one from before?
Huh? Oh. Yuri changed the subject. Come to think of it, I've made this tea for Yuri once. Thanks to him changing the subject, the air loosened up. Phew. I took the chance and started talking about the tea. Oh, you remember? I made this for you before.
I see. No wonder it smelled familiar. Yeah, I think it's called Secret Garden. It's always a good scent.
Yuri leaned close to smell the scent better. I missed the chance to back away, but Tay's voice stopped Yuri.
Yuri, how do you know Secret Garden? So you know too.
Oh no, here we go.
Of course, I brought it from Banjul. Mr. Hobbin specially gave some to me.
Tay frowned a bit.
Oh. My honey said she bought it from Banjul last time, right?
Yuri sounded a bit disappointed and backed away. But he sparkled his eyes against it and talked to me.
Well, I'll let that go. But more than that, this reminds me of something. Remember, when my honey gave me tea last time, I told you I'd give you something in return. How about today? Let's go out on a date. I'll take you somewhere nice. There's a place I want to go with you. How about it?
Yuri grinned. Is he serious? I had no way to tell if he was being serious or if he's just joking around again. He was giving me the same smile he always gives when he makes fun of me. You're not taking the heroin someplace weird, are you? The justice sensor in my brain seems to tell me this is dangerous. Red frowned and continued. I guess no one believes in Yuri anymore. And you know, don't fool yourself into thinking everyone will agree to go out on a date with you. The heroine has her own opinions, you know. Excuse me. Red nodded at his own words. I guess Red must see me as that kind of person. But Yuri shook his head.
No way. The ladies always welcome me. I'm God's masterpiece, so it's natural that beautiful ladies covet this body of mine.
Oh my, Mr. Yuri.
Just yesterday night, God led me to enjoy a wonderful date with a beautiful lady.
I see. So I'm nothing special then, is what you're saying. I wondered where he went every night. He was busy dating, huh? I don't feel so good. Why do I feel like I've been tricked? You've been playing with my heart. I can't help but frown at imagining Yuri with a strange woman.
Well, bizarre creations like you would never understand.
Yuri raised his head and laughed at Red. He was completely ignoring him. What god creation? What's he saying? Hey, Yellow, did he just insult me? Well...
So, honey, what do you say? You'll go, right?
Yuri looked at me and asked. What should I do? Gosh, I don't know what to pick. Legitimately this time, I'm legitimately upset. Like, I want to go on the date, but at the same time, I don't want to be just another girl on the long list of girls he's gone out with. He's used to getting a yes right away, so you're gonna have to make some concessions and promises before I agree to go on a date with you. It's probably gonna lead to a bad ending, but oh well. No, I won't. I have something to do. I replied coldly, on purpose. Actually, there's nothing I have to do. It's not a big deal to hang out with him, but I didn't like him for some reason. Yep, I'm with you. It pisses me off that he came late last night dating another girl. He didn't even answer when I asked him yesterday. She probably gave him that chocolate, too. Ugh. I had no desire to go somewhere with him. I felt twisted for no reason. See, the heroine has her own opinions, Red said out loud proudly. But I don't think he's complimenting me for some reason.
Huh? Why not? Let's just go. I'll make it a day you can't forget.
No, it's fine. You can spend those days with other girls. I calmly refused Yuri's suggestion. He looked at me silently for a while and soon shrugged his shoulders.
My honey's pretty picky today. Well, a woman's mind can change at least 12 times a day. Call me anytime you want to go on a date with me. I'm always ready.
Yuri blew out a kiss. Ugh. He is always so insincere. Seeing him give up so easily, he mustn't have been serious just now. I couldn't help but sigh to see him like that. Yuri, I want to love you, but you're not making it easy to love you. Anyways, Cutie, I don't think it's good for you to keep on riding that limo. What do you think? Tay took away my finished teacup and asked, "Oh, do you still want to take the limo? Is it because of the rumor that I'm a maid?" "Yeah, I'm sorry." Tay looked really sorry. The person who should really apologize was indifferently eating his breakfast over there. You know, I'm really pissed at that maid thing too. The guys keep on laughing while saying that. I really don't like it. I don't really know what a maid is, but I don't want you to become a laughingstock like that. Aw, Red. Red stared at Yuri far away. See, these boys are real, sincere people who love me, not like you scumbag. Red stared at Yuri far away. After feeling the looks, Yuri tried to say something but stopped. He held up his fork to toss around his salad. And I'm mad at Yuri for making you into a laughingstock, Red said in a low voice. Yuri must have heard what Red said, but he ignored it. He just kept on eating. This unusual scene bothered me. Master... Then will Master go to school by yourself? Yano pulled up my clothes and asked. He looked anxious. I didn't want the rest to worry because of me. I decided, I'll just take the limo as always. Really? Yeah, it happened already. And besides, as Yuri says, I don't have to sneak around anymore. The bus or the limousine, the crowd's basically the same, so... And I'll feel like I'm running away if I back out now. Tay let out a long sigh. Okay, all right. I'll respect your choice, but we'll be by your side for a while since we don't know what might happen. Will that be okay? That's a good idea, Commander. Leave that to me. I'll protect her. Heroine, trust me. As long as this Justice Warrior is here, no evil will reach you. Do you realize that the evil you're talking about is your fans? Completely ignorant of that, Red clenched Yes, clenched his fist towards Yuri. Yuri finished his salad just in time.
All finished. Should we get going then?
Yuri stood up from his seat. Master, I don't know if I'll be of any help, but I'll be by your side too, so don't worry. Oh, thanks, Yano. Yeah, thanks, Yano. I stroked his hair. Yano closed his eyes like a baby rabbit. Or chick. Yeah, what's done is done. Don't they say enjoy the pain you can't avoid? It won't matter whether people call me a maid or a housekeeper. I feel better seeing them all worry for me. I feel like everything will be fine, just by having the boys by my side. No, by those cheers, it must be time to go to school again. Oh, I love how it just abruptly ends. The kids, gathered in front of the gate, saw the limo and jumped close one by one, like leapfrogs. It was pretty dangerous, but they were fearless. Thanks to that, it was pretty hard to park the car. Ah, Ty! Yano, look at me! Mr. Yuri, do you have time today? Outside the window, I saw the same scene I saw yesterday morning. The desperate girls seem to have brought tools? Like hammers and saws? Oh, I saw colorful banners with the boys' names written on them. Oh boy, next will be t-shirts. They're very energetic. Yeah, I know. They're so fierce. Wow. The problem is that they're too fierce. I gazed out the window like Tay. Yuri, who didn't say anything while driving, asked,
Who's getting off first?
what to do now? I am not getting off first. That sounds like a terrible idea. I'm gonna get, like, massacred. I need some distraction. I think, still. If at least one boy goes out first and then I go, that'll be good.
I'll get off first.
Oh, Yano, you're such a trooper, Yano said in his small voice and raised his hand. It felt like we were committing a crime. He was swayed down the last time he got out first. I'm worried. I remembered Yana almost fainting when he arrived at the classroom. I gathered my bag and got up. I'll get out first. It was my turn to give back, and I couldn't let him sacrifice himself again. Oh, that's good. I was regretting my decision. I was like, oh, maybe I should reload. I boldly grabbed the handle. No, wait. Tay laid his hand on mine and stopped me. Yuri kept the doors locked and just stared at me. What's that look for? It's fine. What can happen? No, I'll get off first. What? But... Commander! Then I'll get off with the commander.
It's just getting off a car. No need to fuss.
At that moment, the door clicked and Yuri went out, opening the door. We heard the girls yell out loud, Mr. Yuri! Huh? Yuri's going out first today? Surprise, surprise. I looked at him through the window. He walked towards the limousine with a hardened face. Huh? And he's walking towards the door? Oh no, not again. Is he gonna make things right? The door I was about to opened from the outside. The outside air flooded through the car.
Get off.
Oh my god, not again! Again? Who is it? Who? I see a very, very familiar scene happening here. And I saw responses not so different from the ones I saw then. The girl started to stir. Talk about a major case of deja vu. I heard someone, whom I guessed to be Tay, letting out a deep sigh. Here we go again. I couldn't just stay put like this, so I nervously got off the car. What? Isn't she that maid person? Mr. Yuri opened the door for her again. Sure enough. All their gazes and whispers were directed towards me. I lowered my head and walked towards the gate. This is how today's going to start then. Just gonna accept it. Yuri silently came by my side as I walked towards the gate. Thanks to that, the girls stared at us more. Don't follow me.
My honey.
Yuri whispered to me. Shh, they'll hear.
You.
What? Did he just... I think Yuri just said something, but I couldn't hear it among the screams. Did he say I love you? I turned around to see Tay and Red get off the car just in time. I think Yuri was about to say something. I heard the crowd behind us get louder. Did he say I love you? Please don't run! Gosh, no, I need to know! I took the chance and ran towards the classroom as fast as I can. I turned around and saw Yuri standing still where I left him. It'll be alright, right? But what happened? Soy, I need you to fill me in on the deets. The deets. I guess the classroom is the only place I can relax. I relaxed as I sat in my seat. I can't believe I have to go through this every morning. I seriously thought of whether I should take the bus. Oh good, Soy's here. I'm gonna drink some water. As soon as I sat down, Soy looked at me. You're here. Soy waved and came towards me. Oh, hey. But why am I so tired? I want to go home already. I have bad news for you. The school nurse asked for you to come to the infirmary. Mr. Eugen? Again? Why? How would I know? Anyways, I'll pray for you. I'm going to resent you forever for making me the health commissioner. Then you should have taken the vice president spot when I first offered. You've earned it. So I brought up the past. The infirmary from the morning. Today is not my day. Again. Good luck! I'll cheer you up with strawberry milk when you come back. That's so nice of you. Huh? But where's Shinbi? Don't you have to get that for Shinbi? Oh, Shinbi's not here today. She has a shoot in the morning. I think she's gotten busy. I barely saw her at the house this morning. Oh, okay. She must be busy modeling and taking classes. Well, I guess she likes it since she takes all the projects. I know. I'm jealous. Oh, right. I should get going. Then I'll be back. If I'm late, tell the teacher for me. Okay. Then good luck, my friend. Get the enemy's head. Fight on! Mr. Eugen's head. Just the thought of it scares me. You and Red would be so perfect for each other. Ugh.